Hi everyone, welcome once again to Royal Abroad. Thank you very much for joining. Really do appreciate you coming on board again, and I don't take it for granted. I appreciate every one of you for actually joining today. Thank you very much. Oh, we have someone who wants to join us live. I hope we are able to have the person on live today for our live session, and today, we are going to be discussing a very important topic, a topic I feel many people are, you understand, interested in. A topic that I feel we have to talk about because whether I like it or not, it's coming. It's coming basically. A lot of people are going to be benefiting from this. A lot of people are going to be fighting for these spaces. You understand? And that is why it is crucial for us to talk about it and to see how you, as um, someone that desires to migrate to Canada, can actually work towards. So it's something that I feel once we talk about it, for those that are fast, for those that are sharp, for those that would like to actually come into Canada through this pathway, you are going to make A while the sun shines, basically. So, as the title of this live session may have already suggested, that today we are going to be talking about Canada to grant permanent residency to 2,750 home care workers in the new 2025 caregiver pilot programs. So, okay, I'm still seeing Diane Chioma, that is Autistic Chioma Diane. I've accepted your live. I hope you are able to connect with us on Instagram so that we could go live together or we can talk about things together. For those that are just joining, thank you very much for joining. As you may possibly know already, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube, and today our live is centered on the topic Canada to grant permanent residence to 2,750 home care workers in the new 2025 caregiver pilot programs. So we have been told basically from IRCC that this year 2025 they are going to be picking 2,750, and we wrote an article on our LinkedIn newsletter for those that have always been joining us. If you don't know about our new LinkedIn newsletter, we have been writing it for years now. Please go on LinkedIn and just search relocation 360, relocation 360. You understand? You'll be able to follow our LinkedIn newsletter. From there, we always drop articles on a weekly basis, and we always use those articles to tell you what is happening on in the immigration sphere as it relates to Canada immigration, US immigration, and all other places that you may want to actually either go to live, to visit, to study, to work, and different issues as it relates to you moving from one location to another. So that being said, today let's discuss based on what Canada has told us, especially the previous, because that's also one thing we'll be saying now, the recently removed Immigration Minister Marc Miller, what he has done before he left, what he has actually given us before he left, the blueprint that the new Canadian Immigration Minister is going to be following, which is Rachel Bendayan. She's going to be following the new, or she's going to be following the old policies. And before she starts editing, reviewing, giving her own policies, at least some things are going to be, you understand, adapted from what the previous or the predecessors have done. So, one of the things that we are going to be talking about today is what they actually stated on the immigration website about healthcare, about those that want to actually come into Canada as home care workers. So if you're a home care worker and you want to have the opportunity to come into Canada, and become a permanent resident together with your family members, together with whether be it your spouse alone or your spouse together with your child or your children, then you have to listen to this because this may actually benefit you, you understand, and your family at large. Now, let's start. He said Canada set admissions targets for home care worker permanent residency pathway. What are they telling us here? They are letting us know that Canada has actually informed us how many people are going to benefit from the so-called pilot or caregiver pilot program. And ever since we have always been talking about it, that once Canada says something is a pilot, that means it is for a certain time. It is a temporary route. You understand? We have the permanent route. Permanent routes like Health Express Entry, like PNPs, they have been for years. In fact, I can now say they have been for like a decade or more. Do you understand? But when it comes to the pilot programs, just like they cancelled out or they paused or they stopped, they halted the previous caregiver pilots, which were like the home care provider pilots, you understand, the home support provider pilots, just like they stopped those programs after it has met its threshold, it has met maybe like 1 year or 2 year pilot duration. This new pilot program, the new caregiver pilot program, which is known as the Home Care Worker Immigration Pilot, the HCWP for short, it's a pilot program that is meant to actually cater for a certain set of people. It is meant for a particular purpose, which is to grant permanent residence to people, and it is meant for a certain period of time, which is in situations like this, it can be 1 year, it can be 2 years pilot program. But one thing they want us to know for now that they are informing us about is that the Canadian government has unveiled, if you are not on Instagram or if you want to see the newsletter we are actually reading to you, which we wrote today, you can go on LinkedIn, as I said, Relocation 360, and you can see that article as we are reading it. So for those that are on YouTube, if you're on YouTube that you're actually watching this live, you could have seen the link. We are sharing the link with you right now on YouTube. And if you are not on YouTube, if you're on any of those other platforms, you understand. You can always go on Relocation 360 on YouTube, on LinkedIn to actually see the article that we are discussing. Now let's move on. We said that Canada has stated that the Canadian government has unveiled its target for granting permanent residency under the newly introduced Home Care Worker Immigration Pilot, the HCWP. As part of this initiative, 2,750 home care workers will be granted permanent resident status, the PR status, the status that I have in Canada, the status that many people have in Canada. And this is very important because this permanent resident status is just like the green card that they give in the US. I remember one of our clients was asking us that, oh, it's only Canada you are talking about. Do you also do US? Do you also? Yes, even though we don't actually do anything personally when it comes to immigration, we have immigration lawyers that can assist you for Canada immigration if that's what you desire, or US immigration if that's what you desire. And the US immigration, sometimes we'll still be talking about it, but just like this content is based on Canada, and many of the contents are based on Canada. So we'll be following or be focusing on that mainly. Now, they said among the initiative, 150 or among the home care workers. We said that as part of this initiative of the pilot program, Canada will grant 2,750 home care workers what permanent resident status. They now said among these people, 150 spots will be designated for individuals who are already in Canada, one, but are fallen out of legal status. Now, this is very important because, again, I remember my uncle who stays here in Ontario, and he has had access to some people that have stayed here for 5 years, for 7 years, for 10 years. And two out of those people reached out to me. They have been in Canada. Some came as visitor, another person came, you understand, under study. But at the end of the day, their status have expired. Some of them are actually applying for asylum. And they're asking that, oh, can I actually take part? Because yes, I'm a caregiver. Can I take part in this home care worker, you understand, immigration pilot program? And for every person, I do always tell them, it depends on your own what scenario. Some of you may have applied for what they call it, asylum seeking. They may not have collected your passport. If they have not collected your passport, you are different. If you are in a situation whereby they have collected your passport, they have started working on your application, you are different. You understand? We are talking about people that can use their passport, especially if they don't have IELTS already, they can use their passport to actually go take the English exam. It will not be IELTS, maybe CELP or PT. We are talking about people that they are out of status, quite all right, in Canada, but they can still work on the eligibility criteria that has been laid down for the home care worker immigration pilot program. Now, they said this announcement was made by the recently removed Immigration Minister Marc Miller during a press briefing on March 8, 2025. That means about 10 days ago. But why am I bringing this into your attention now? Because of course, 18 March 2025, the date of today, we have roughly how many days? 11 days towards what? Towards the launch of the home care worker immigration pilot program. The question is, what are you now doing to actually become eligible? What are you doing to take advantage of this particular what? Of this particular opportunity? What are you doing right now to make sure that once the program starts, once it launches, you are going to be among the very few people that will benefit from it? Now, they are still telling us in this article that there are two application streams under HCWP, under Home Care Worker Pilot Program. What are the two distinct application streams? One is the what? Is the Workers in Canada stream. Now, many people have been reaching out saying, oh, how about the home care worker pilot? Am I qualified? Can I actually apply? What, and what? There are two streams. They said number one stream, the Workers in Canada stream. It is for foreign home care professionals currently residing and working in Canada. Do you understand? So if you are in Canada, you are living in Canada, you can qualify. If you are out of status or you don't yet have your PR, you don't yet have your citizenship. Two, if you are working in Canada already, and of course you can't work in Canada, especially physically, without living in Canada. Abi? So once you are living and working in Canada, you also stand a fair chance under the Workers in Canada stream. We have the second one, which is the applicants outside Canada stream. Those are for foreign home care workers applying from what? Overseas. Applying from overseas. Now, note this. This is very important. We have said this in a similar live session, but I'll repeat it to reiterate the point. They said while Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, what are they called? IRCC, while they are yet to disclose the specific admission quotas for those applying from abroad, the Workers in Canada stream will be the sole category accepting applications when the program officially launches on March 31st, 2025. Now, what are they telling us in essence? What they are telling us is if you are outside of Canada when they start the program on March 31st, 2025, initially you won't have the opportunity to what? You won't have the opportunity to apply. because they are focusing. Their focus is on what? Their focus is on those that are working in Canada and those that are what? Those that are living in Canada. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? All right, let's move on. Now they are still saying again that let's move on. They are saying that the timeline for foreign-based applicants to submit their applications is yet to be confirmed. So, if you are outside of Canada, again, I repeat, and you are not living in Canada, you are not working in Canada, the one that they will start on March 31st doesn't apply to you. Do you understand? Now, I've given people options, like in the last live session I had. What are the options that are available? If you are still a caregiver and you want to come into Canada, or you are in the healthcare profession, it's maybe you'll not even be a caregiver. Because some of you are saying, "Oh, I'm a doctor. Let me quickly go and take one course in caregiving, or let me show my experience as a caregiver." You may still come into Canada as a doctor. Do you understand? Under which program? Not this program, not Home Care Worker Immigration Pilot Program. But you can come into Canada under the category-based draws of the express entry. You understand? The healthcare and social services occupations, you understand, category under the express entry. That's the topic for another day. And if you want to actually listen to the live session that we have had previously about that, you can also go on our profile and actually check the one that refers to, you understand, the category-based draws or the category under the express entry profile. Oh, sorry, this fasting is doing us one kind. For those that are Muslims amongst us, Ramadan Mubarak is not easy fasting, and we're heading the 18th day, right? Yes, now 18th day of the fasting. So may Allah reward us, all Muslim faithfuls that are fasting. Now, let's move on. The article states that at the press conference, the recently removed minister, Marc Miller, expressed his optimism regarding the potential long-term success of the what? Of the home care worker immigration pilot. Now remember, for those that were not here. Okay, Nana Zulai, thank you very much. Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you too. Ramadan Mubarak to you too. Taqabbal Allahu minna wa minkum. Now, let's move on. Remember that Marc Miller told us early this year that the home care worker immigration pilot has been introduced based on the successes that were accounted for from the previous two caregiver pilot programs. What were the two caregiver pilot programs that were successful? Even though they were successful, they were still cancelled because, of course, they were paused because they are not here to stay. They are just pilot programs. They are in for a specific time, whether 1 year, whether 2 years before they cancel it out. These two previous programs that were successful were the Home Child Care Provider Pilot Program and the Home Support Worker Pilot Programs. Those two programs were successful, and that is why, based on the successes of the first two programs, they are actually introducing the Home Care Worker Immigration Pilot. If we look at the first two programs, those ones required you to what? They required you to become a temporary resident first. You understand? Basically, they required you to come in and get a work permit first. But this new program doesn't require you to get a work permit first. You become a permanent resident directly once you enter Canada. Now, or for those that are already in Canada, once they get approved, once they get their applications approved in Canada, there's something we call virtual landing. Do you understand? Virtual landing are for maybe you are a visitor in Canada, or you are an international student in Canada, or you are a temporary foreign worker in Canada, or you are even a refugee in Canada. These four people can virtual land because they are already in Canada and they don't have the PR status already. A citizen cannot do virtual landing. A permanent resident don't need to do virtual landing because they are already permanent residents. But if you are a tourist, you are in school, a student, you are currently working temporarily under the temporary foreign worker program, or you are even under, or you are claiming asylum basically, and you are already in Canada. Instead of you leaving Canada and coming into Canada, and at the port of entry they will confer you the permanent resident status, it doesn't work that way for those that are abroad, those that are already in Canada. If you are already in Canada, you can stay in your house and they can issue you, especially if it is done online. That's why they call it virtual landing. You can stay in your house and get your permanent resident status. If they require you to go to their office, you understand, you can go to an office we call Service Ontario, or Service Canada. So not the Service Ontario, you are not in Ontario. You can go to Service Canada, you can go to any IRCC office, you understand, and actually get your, what they call it, confirmation of permanent residency, COPR. You can get it what? Signed and stamped by the officer, which would invariably actually confer you what? Your permanent resident status in Canada. Now, those are for the people that are in Canada because, of course, they said they will start with those home care workers that are currently residing in Canada. Now let's move on. He said the previous minister, Marc Miller, emphasized that the initiative could serve as a model for making, which initiative are they referring to? They are referring to the initiative known as the Home Care Worker Immigration Pilot. Do you understand? Now, moving on. He emphasized that this initiative could serve as a model for making regularization programs permanent, reinforcing the belief that such pathways effectively integrate workers into the Canadian society. Now, we always like to break down some of the jargons that they may be saying online. When they're talking about regularization programs, what they mean is that if you are an illegal alien, some people call them illegal immigrants. That means people that don't have the required or the valid papers in Canada. If you don't have your papers, they can actually regularize you if you meet some certain criteria. You are actually eligible for the regularization programs. And just like they told us earlier, that 150 slots are going to be available for those that are out of status, caregivers that are out of status already, but want to become permanent residents in Canada. So if you have been in Canada, just like in the case of the person that I told you about not quite long, that this one has stayed in Canada for over 10 years. The person have done so much things. They have visited Canada as a tourist. They have schooled in Canada as an international student. You understand? They have also worked in Canada under the postgraduate work permit for over 10 years, and the person is still not a permanent resident. So if that person is an illegal immigrant, maybe the person's permanent postgraduate work permit is soon expiring, then the person can use the home care worker pilot program to actually apply for permanent residence if the person fulfills all the eligibility criteria. Do you understand? So when they are regularizing people, basically people that normally they are not meant to, they don't have papers. Normally these people are not bona fide to actually be immigrants in Canada. They are not bona fide to stay in Canada because they lack the authorization. But because Canada still wants to assist the few people they can assist, they can actually use the home care worker immigration pilot program to what? To become valid legal immigrants in the country. Do you understand? Now, we have been talking about the eligibility criteria. We have mentioned it in previous live sessions, but let's also mention it in this live session as well, and see if people really understand. Maybe I could get support in this. If you know the eligibility criteria for the home care worker immigration pilot, you understand streams, chat it in the comment section. Let me feel that yes, I have some of our followers and subscribers actively following and actually interacting with us. Let's know that either you have been part of our past live sessions, or at least you have watched the recording. Do you understand? What are some of the eligibility criteria before you can apply for home care worker immigration pilot? What are those requirements you need? What are those documentations you need? What are those statuses that should have been conferred to you as a caregiver before you can apply, before you can become eligible for the home care worker immigration pilot? Put it on the comment section. I would really like to get your input. Now, moving on. Number one criteria, a very important criteria for you to actually be eligible for home care worker immigration pilot. Oh, someone is telling me off your fan, it is noisy. Oh, sorry about that. Well, it's not my fan, it is actually my laptop, because I have my laptop switched on, and that laptop, not really the laptop, I think the freezer, yeah, the freezer too is making a noise. Okay, maybe I should off the freezer so that it may be better if I off it. So I've switched it off, at least for the meantime. Is it better? Let me know if it is better. I'll put it in the comment section. Let me be sure that yes. Oh, same. The Canada babe. What will we do like this? Oh, okay. Let me try to change the location because the phone is very close to the laptop. So let me change the location of the phone. Sorry about that. And let's see if we can have a better um, location that is less noisy. How about now? Is this location better? Better. All right. All right. Thank you very much. Uh, thank you for enduring that much. So, moving on. We were talking about the eligibility criteria for what? For home care worker pilot program. Oh, okay. Better. Bye. Thank you. The calendar bit. Thank you for liking on TikTok. Now, moving on. We were talking about the criteria, that what are the criteria for you to become eligible for the caregiver program? What do you need to actually have? Now, they said number one is the work experience requirement. The work experience what? Requirement. They said candidate must fulfill one of the following. Now, look, because some people, the last session, someone was still asking that, okay, so I need to have experience, I need to have education, I need to have, see, listen very well, it's very important. When Canada gives requirement, this is one of the things that some people just apply and they will not get invited, and they will say, what happened? Maybe they are village people. It's not their village people. It's not that they don't understand something. Look at what Canada said. Canada said that candidates must fulfill one wahid. You understand? For Kilokwe, it's not two, it's not three. One of the following requirements. One, a minimum of 6 months of recent relevant experience in the home care sector, either in Canada or internationally. Now, some people are saying, oh, I'm in Canada. Oh, just like the last person that I said reached out to me. She's in Canada already. But she was saying, she did not have experience in Kenya. Okay, her experience in Canada is not permanent. So, this thing is not, see, they have told you, don't stress it. Even though you are in Canada, yes, you want to apply as an applicant that is currently living and working in Canada. They did not say that it's compulsory that you must have that work experience in Canada. No, they said either in Canada or internationally. So that means, let's say for 2-3 years ago, before you came into Canada, you have had experience in Ghana or in Nigeria as a caregiver. You can use that experience from back home to apply for the what? To apply for the home care worker immigration pilot. Do you understand? If you have experience in Canada as a caregiver, no problem, you can use it. But if you don't have, that does not mean you are not qualified. Now, even that one is just, they say 6 months of recent relevant experience. That is just one option. The second option is that you have a post-secondary credential of at least 6 months specifically related to home care training. Abe, thank you very much. I see your likes on TikTok. Now, this is very important. When they say a post-secondary education credential, what they mean is you either have a degree, a diploma, a bachelor's, a certificate of at least 6 months. Now, the beauty is you don't need, now I said you either have a degree, diploma, or certificate. You don't need a degree. It's not compulsory you go to school and study nursing. Because some people say, I don't have nursing. It's not compulsory to go to school and be in the healthcare profession. You understand? And you studied it for 2, 3, 4 years. No. A 6 month program is enough. Do you understand? If you have it or if you can get it, it is enough. But it has to be specific to what? To home care training. Now, we do always tell people that either or is what Canada said. But if you now have and, it's better. Let me rephrase. They say either you have the 6 month experience or you have the 6 month education. Yeah, I now always say if you have both, you are more qualified. You are better, you are in a better position. That does not mean that if you have either or, you are not qualified. You are still qualified. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The only thing is, who will Canada first pick? Someone that has maybe like 2, 3 years of experience in home care, and the person has at least 1 year certificate or diploma in what? In caregiving. And the second person just has 6 months of experience in caregiving. Who will they first pick? They will pick the person that has both the education and the experience. It's practical because that person is more qualified than the other person that has just one. But now, note, that is just under the work experience requirements. That is number one. Number one, note, it's just number one. Number two requirement is language proficiency. You know, people always want to escape this one. And I do always tell people, when it comes to permanent residency to Canada, you cannot escape language proficiency. You must be proficient. And how will they know that you are proficient? You cannot say, Chebi, I studied in Nigeria now. Nigeria is an English-speaking country. So because of that, let me just submit my certificate. No, you can't just submit your certificate for language proficiency. For language proficiency, you have to take a language test. Oh, thank you. I am Abimbola Quimby. Thank you. You are saying on TikTok, on Instagram, thanks for educating. Yes, I hope you are enjoying the education we are giving today. Now, you can't just say that you have degree. Oh, I studied bachelor's of English in Uniloy. Congratulations. So. You need to either take the IELTS. Some people say, okay, is it compulsory to take IELTS? I always tell people it's not compulsory. You must take CELP or PT if you want to use English. Some people do not use English language for Canada immigration. It's not compulsory. You can use French if you have either TEF Canada result or TCF Canada result. If you want to go to Quebec, you may not even use any of those 4 that I mentioned or 5 I mentioned. You can use DELF exam or DALF exam. That is by the side. Now, okay, Hackman's Clothing is asking on Instagram that can you tell us about the current skill acquisition program? The current skill acquisition program. Well, maybe I'm not informed. Perhaps you can inform me. Which current skill acquisition program are you referring to? Is it for Canada immigration or for HCWP? Because I don't know what you are talking about. So if you can educate me about what you are talking about, perhaps we can actually learn from you. Now, Susit 14 is trying to actually join us on live on Instagram. Let's hope I have clicked on it to accept you. Let's hope you are able to join. Now, moving on. We are being informed that for the language proficiency, applicants must demonstrate proficiency in English or French. Now look at this. They said in English or French. The same process applies. The same concept applies. If you have proficiency in English, take either self-PT or TEF or IELTS exam test. If you have proficiency in French, take either TEF or TCF Canada exam. Now, the beauty is if you have both, you stand a better chance than someone that just has one. Because Canada will first pick a bilingual person than someone that is monolingual. And that we have seen very well in Express Entry. They are picking people that have both the French language proficiency and the English language proficiency before they are picking the English people or the French people alone. Okay, Hackman's Clothing is saying Canada PR. Okay, Canada PR. There's no skill acquisition in Canada PR. I don't know what you are talking about. It's not a share. Whoa. Skill acquisition is not in Canada PR. So maybe I'm mistaking what you are saying, but perhaps you need to explain yourself further. You said, because your question is, can you tell us about the current skill acquisition program? We don't have any skill acquisition program. They are not doing share in Canada. They are doing immigration program, immigration pilot. So I hope you're able to explain yourself further. Now, okay, I am Abimbola Quimby is saying, I have Nigerian auxiliary certificate, 6 years working, and CPD's Allison. Brilliant, brilliant. In fact, you are Ojogbo. You are Ojogbo, you are a scholar. You are a scholar, you are just like me. You are a scholar in auxiliary certificate. Auxiliary, I believe auxiliary is auxiliary nursing, because you just said Nigerian auxiliary certificate. Auxiliary means auxiliary nursing, right? I hope I got that. And you said 6 years of working experience. Working experience where? Is it 6 years of working experience in caregiving? Be specific. Everybody has different work experience. I have work experience, like 10 years work experience in language teaching. I have that one. But it's different from the experience they are looking for here. The experience they are looking for here is for caregiving. Do you have 6 years of experience working under caregiving? And the one that you said, which I know, CPD's Allison. CPD Allison, if it is what I know that you are saying, CPD means continuous professional development. Continuous professional development courses. Are you talking about CPD or you are talking about CPR, which is what? Cardiopulmonary resuscitation is different. CPD is different from CPR. So which one are you talking about? Let's be specific here. Yes, CPD. Okay, if it's CPD can be in any field. Continuous professional development, CPD, can be in any field. So which field are you talking about? You said you have diploma in patient care. That's brilliant. Food handler. That's brilliant. etc. Please, can I apply for jobs in Canada but I don't have IELTS? See, there's nobody that cannot apply for a job. You can apply. It's free. It's a free word. If you go on indeed.com or ca.indeed.com, you will see jobs. Apply. Continue applying. If you go on jobbank.gc.ca, in fact, apply galore. There are a lot of jobs free. You will apply. If you go on linkedin.com, over jobs, there are thousands of jobs. Keep on applying. But the question is, will they take you serious and pick you? Will they take you serious and give you the job offer? That's the question. Because do you have what they are looking for? If you have what they are looking for, can you communicate with them? Can they see you as someone that is permanent residence or immigration ready? Because that is where the problem comes. You say you want to come into Canada. You say you are a Nigerian. You say you are back at home in Nigeria. And they ask you, okay, how do you want to come in? You say you are coming through Caregiver pilot program. Oh, okay. Do you have the eligibility criteria for home care worker immigration pilot? Oh, at the background. It's not on to background. Because what? Because you are not immigration ready. Oh, okay. Thank you. Susit. Yes, Susit is asking, or she's saying, I have work experience as an health assistant and a diploma in caregiving in Allison. Also, Red Cross in BLS. BLS, I believe, is basic life support, and first aid. with 15 months experience and a band 6 in IELTS, what are my chances? This is a see now look now see, people look at the difference. Someone that has experience, someone that has certifications, diploma, and someone that has IELTS. Is the person the same with the second person that we were talking about her situation? She has certificate, she has experience, but she no have IELTS. Now look at it. Let's be factual. Think like an employee, an employer. Think like Canada immigration. Who will they first pick? If you are looking for someone that is a caregiver, and this person, because this one too said she has experience, 15 months experience, she has, and look at it, Canada said they just need 6 months experience, right? Do you understand? They just need 6 months experience. This person has 15 months. The first person has 6 years. Yes, she's better in that area, but Canada just needs just 6 months. Now this person too has diploma in caregiving in Allison. She is also an health care assistant, right? She also has Red Cross. This person, that the other person that had CPD in Allison, that had Nigeria Auxiliary Nursing, but does not have IELTS or CLP or PT, any English exam result, they will first pick this person who sits 14 because she has the number one work experience. Some people are just focusing on the number one criteria, which is work experience. I am telling you, there are more criteria that you need to focus on. The number two criteria is the language proficiency we were talking about. Susit has more chances to get selected than the other person. Do you understand? So as an applicant, you must, they say must, when they call something must in English language, is dum. Is important. Without you having it, they will put you aside first. They will focus on the people that have. Do you understand? Okay, I am Ambi Bola said, oh yes, in caregiver. Okay, and she said, I've done that several times applying. Yes, you can apply for job. Applying is nothing. It's simple. It's simple. In fact, there are thousands of people that are applying currently. Hundreds of people that are applying. But who will get the job? Who will get the opportunity to come into Canada? Is someone that is immigration ready. And even out of the people that are even immigration ready sef, that have this criteria we are talking about, it is not all of them they will pick. Because I've read to you before that only 2,750 are going to be selected. And out of those 2,750, in fact, if we look at Canada alone, I'm sure Canada already has even more people sef that are more than 2,750 that need that PR. So if you are not abroad and they now say you should do IELTS, you say no do. They say you should have certificate, you don't have. They will not even work bother. Oh, this one is not a serious first. Let's focus on people that are serious. You understand? Under language proficiency, you need to have, if now back to the question of Susit, she's saying what is our chances? They said you need to have Canadian level language benchmark CLB level 4 for English. She said she has IELTS band 6, right? For that band 6, she can either be in level 5 or level 6. Is she above level 4 that is required? Absolutely yes. She is above level 4. But similarly, just like I also see, if other people too have diploma the way you have, they have healthcare assistant experience like the way you have, they also have BLS in Red Cross like the way you have, they have first aid and they have 15-month experience that like the way you have. But in that band 6, instead of them to have band 6, they have band 8. Who will they pick first? No, please understand it. Who will they pick? In fact, if they want to pick you that have band 6, they will first make sure that they pick those that have band 9, band 8. Because see, it is very simple. Qualifications matter. What you have will judge how you are being selected, when you are being selected, and how easy for you to relax that say no matter how they want to do they go shall pick me. Now that does not mean that your IELTS is not good. It's good though, because based on the minimal scores. Thank you very much. I see a lot of likes. Based on the minimal scores they say they need, you qualify level 4. Did I say, or if you don't have the English level, have the Niveau de Compétence Linguistique Canadien, the NCLC level 4 for French, either under TEF Canada or TCF Canada. Now some people have started learning French on the basis of pay. I don't want them to even have opportunity to say that they will not select me. Very wise option. Oh, you cannot learn French o, èdè tí bàbá mi ò kọ́ mi, èdè tí ìyá mi ò tán fipá bá mi sọ, no problem. Can you max out your English? Some people do IELTS, they have band 5. They say, this thing is difficult. But that same person did CLP and had band 7. You see, the person has better scores now than just band 5. So, how are you willing? Because if you want to come to Canada, remember that I do always say my own story. I wrote IELTS 3 times. I wrote French exam, TEF Canada 3 times. In fact, the one for Delft, the one for Quebec, Delft exam, I wrote it twice. Or I wrote 2 of it actually, Delft B2 and Delft C1. Now you know wetin you dey chase o. Now you know wetin you dey chase. I remember the first IELTS I wrote 2018 expire. I had to write another in 2020. The next one I wrote, the 2020 own, because of COVID, it expired. I had to write one another in 2022. It was that 2022 one that I used to Japa. You understand? But some people, they'll just write one exam, they'll say, okay, no problem. If you are not willing, no issues. Now, that is the second eligibility criteria. We talked about the language proficiency. The third criteria, the mostly important, because see, now look at how we are taking it. Some people have experience. Some people even have language proficiency. Very good. This third thing, if you don't have it, even the first 2 that you have will still be useless. Or I will not say useless. Don't let me be harsh. You can still use it, but not for the pilot program. Just like I said before, you can still use that your experience. You can still use that your language proficiency for what we know as the express entry, if it is up to band 7, or for PMP if it is lesser than band 7. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Some people use it for Quebec skills. Some people are not looking at Quebec, and I don't know why. Once they hear Quebec, French, I cannot speak French. Who told you that all the people in that province are speaking French? It's not all of them. Yes, the majority can speak French, but we still have minority that are there speaking English. If you know how to play your games, you can still get selected by the province of Quebec. I was selected. Yes, me, I can speak French, but my partner was not a what? She was not a French speaker, but we were invited together. Even though I later decided to come to Ontario because of that, okay, me too, I can speak English. Let's both go to a province that we can all understand ourselves. It should not be that when I get to French speaking, I will be talking. It will not look as if I've sold out. Let's not do that one. Okay, now the third eligibility criteria is job offer requirements. They said eligible applicants must secure. They say when they say must, when they say must, it's important. Must secure a full-time employment offer from one of the following. If you do not secure a full-time offer, you are still whining yourself. And that is the major thing that will not allow people to get selected through this pilot program. Because to get a job, see someone that says she has been applying severally. In fact, I know someone that have applied 100 jobs. In fact, it's sorry. Oh, thank you for your application. We regret to tell you that at this time we cannot employ you because they don't want to even give you sponsorship. Nobody wants to do sponsorship. There's no so they know they will pay. They know they will stress themselves to get you here. So they can't go through those stress. Many of those employers. That does not mean people are not still getting jobs. So no, many people are still getting jobs. You understand? People still have the opportunity to get jobs. But you have to think outside the box sometimes to get jobs. How can you get jobs? They say you can get jobs from a private household. Private household. And this is where we are really, really getting clients to look into. If you have a friend, you have a family, you have an acquaintance, someone you saw on LinkedIn. Because some people do not know how to communicate. They don't know how to connect. They don't know how to network. Sometimes all what you need is the ability to network. Don't just be applying to jobs blindly. Have you networked with people that are working in that organization to say that, oh, please, how are you doing? Or how's everything? You interact with people on LinkedIn. Go and search that, okay, I want to apply to Life Grace Home Care Services. Okay, let me go on LinkedIn and type this Life Grace Home Care Services. Can I see any employee that is currently working in that facility or in that, you understand, company, that I can like form a bond with, a relationship with, and see and talk to the person that, please, can you just, there are some jobs like that we apply to, that they will ask, were you referred by someone? Who were you referred by? They will put that bracket, or they will put that space there, that put the name of the person that you were referred by. That's to tell you that they are looking for people that have connection. So if you do not have connection and you're just applying away, you go where before they even tell you you should do interview. And many people have even do interview that they still reject. But if you have someone in that industry, if you have someone in that company that can say a word or two about you based on the friendship you have, you understand, developed, you stand a better chance than someone that is just applying to job applying to job galore. So a private household, you can even talk to the person in the organization that, oh, just like one of the ideas we are using, let me just tell you for free. For free, even though this one is under consultation. It's consultation things we are using to collect money for this one. It's not something that is free, but let's just say it's for free. The LinkedIn idea I talked about now. Okay, you have an home care company that you are referring to, you are talking to, you are, and you see an employee on LinkedIn. You can draft the message in a way that, oh, please, can you help me talk to your, what they call it, to your company? I see that they have a vacancy. Can you, you understand? Can you actually be my referral and talk about what I have? And that's why I say, of course, before you even talk to someone on LinkedIn, make sure that your LinkedIn profile is like you have optimized it to the best as a caregiver. For that person, that okay, if the person wants to do a research about you, the person can be able to see that, oh, this person already said he has this experience, he has this credential. The person even talks about caregiving. The person has snap picture with, you understand. Some people always think maybe looking for a job is shere sha. It's not shere o. If you truly want the job, you have to go the extra mile. What another person is not doing, do it, because of course you will get the results that another person is not getting. But if you are just doing what every other person is doing, you get the result of every other person now. And what is the result of every other person? Most of them are not getting the jobs. So talk to the person. One of the ideas we have used before is, oh, okay, I know that you're a company, you don't know me much, you don't take me. How about me actually sharing some guidelines, some tips, you understand, some best practices of the what, of caregiving with your what, with your company online for free, online for free. Just start it that, okay, I don't mind if your company owns or has a, what they call it, a LinkedIn profile, if they have a social media presence, if they have any of these things. How about me just writing some content, you understand, showing my knowledge about what I know, what I'm practicing, for them for free online. Especially when it is a company that is just starting up, they like free. Once a year free like this, they like free. Once you show your involvement, that yes, you are willing to do something for free first, because some people are not looking for money, they are looking for job, looking for people that will help them, but they are not willing to put something forward. So it is not something that you just give to one person that, oh, you take, let me go and be applying for job, you do this. It can't help you. I am Abibola Queenie. Thank you very much. You said top notch. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. You understand? I really appreciate that. I see the likes. Thank you very much. You can't just do what other people are doing. Be strategic. A company that you have actually taken a step to say, okay, let me just do something for free first. And the funny thing is, you can't even do it for free too long, because, of course, you have to be sharp now. As a Nigerian, you have to be sharp. You understand? When you're already doing it for like a month, you're okay, how far? Oh, can I get a full-time employment offer from you? So that I will not just be off online doing it for you and you will not see me. I'll be able to come and now practically practice. I'll come and be able to practice what I am just writing for you online. You understand? I will now practice it physically for you so that you get more value from what I'm doing. Do you understand? But if you did not start by doing free, and it may not take time, a month may just be enough for you to do something free. For them to see that, oh, this particular caregiver is not just someone that, oh, he saw that there's an offer by Canada. Canada wants to pick people for caregiving. I used to just jump on the field. No. They will see from your engagement, from interaction, that, oh, this person, oh, this one went to study it. This one has experience in caregiving. This one is willing to actually work. This one is not just looking for one way to come and jack, because there are a lot of caregivers that they come to Canada. Once they have got their paper like this, they have jackpot. They are not doing the job. You know, no employer wants to waste time bringing you into the country, and at the end of the day, they will lose you, because it's just like an investment. And if you are not willing to invest in them too, they cannot be willing to invest in you. It's the law of reciprocality or reciprocity. If you are not willing to invest in them, they too are not willing to invest in you. It's a simple phenomenon. Do you understand? So that's one strategy. I'm not even going to I'm talking too much already, but I think I will stop soon. Don't let me talk too much. If you want more, go on our profile, click on the link, go on our website, and get a package or an online course to actually assist you with some of these ideas that we are talking about. Some people are already using these ideas and they're already seeing results. So visit our website and use to learn more about many of these things. Now, the job offer requirements, if you don't get it from a private household, okay, I've not even talked about the strategy for the household. I'll leave that one for later. The strategy for the recognized organization that directly employs home care workers for short-term or occasional caregiving services is the one that I talked about now. The idea for, you understand, a recognized organization. Interact with someone in the organization. You understand? Because an organization is just a business, it's just a company that is anonymous unless you actually know someone in the company, unless you are intentional with interacting with human beings. Let's leave it that way. I'm not talking too much again. Eligible organizations. Which organizations are eligible to actually give caregiver jobs? Okay, I am Abimbola Queenie is asking, can they employ from Nigeria? Because I heard a lot of people are still seeking for job in Canada. Yes. In fact, there's this one that reached out to me. Though the mother is in Nigeria, but the daughter is in Canada. You know, when they say, first come to Canada first, just come and study first. Go and study first. You understand? When you're studying, you'll be working and be studying. Actually, the girl got a job before. She was working a job. You understand? But at the end of the day, especially when it's part-time job or gig jobs, it's not guaranteed. They can need you now, and after some time they will retrench you. They say they don't need you again. That's something similar that happened to the girl. Now she's in Canada and she's looking for a job. She has not gotten job. Gig job. A girl that's like 20 years of age or so. She has not gotten job. She's not running her task. How can they get job? Because bills are piling. In Canada, if you don't have job, how will you survive to parents? How will you survive to do this? She is finding it difficult now. So yes, it's true. It's a fact. A lot of people in Canada, I don't always sweet mouth or sweet quote anything. A lot of people are looking for jobs in Canada now. In fact, even people that me myself I met in Canada, you are looking for a job. Even people that I met in Canada, there are some people that even own homes, houses, that they have bought house, that they are looking for a job. That their company have retrenched them, that say, okay, they should be going. Now they are looking for a job. Yes. Some people are, you understand, work permit holders looking for a job. Some people are students looking for a job. Refugee looking for, some of them are even begging on the streets now. You understand? We're not using it to mock them, but I'm telling you to understand the reality of what is happening. And some people will say, because of that, Canada, the dream of Canada is over, the dream of this thing is over. You see, we have come to a stage when it comes to Canada immigration, when people are talking about Canada immigration, that anything you believe, we will accept it for you. If you believe Canada is not your way, we will accept it, no problem. That's why many people now, when they say, oh, Canada, I say, go US. Oh, okay, even US, Trump, Donald Trump, go Bahamas, or Sambisa, anywhere, anywhere you want to go, go. You understand? It's better you go to a country that you desire, that you see that, okay, it is your own doing, it is your own desire that you use and go to that country, so that you not go fight anybody at the end of the day. If you finally reach that country and you see another thing, or you even see what you desire, you know. So what I'm trying to say is, some people in Canada are not getting jobs. It's fact. Even Canadians that, like, they are the owner of the country. Now then get the country. If you are not upskilling yourself, one. Two, if you are not patient enough. Three. Four, if you are not innovative. Look at what I'm saying. Oh. If you are not upskilling yourself, you are getting more knowledge, getting more things. If you are not patient with the process, and if you are not innovative, let me tell you a particular story, my own personal story. I have been in Canada for close to 2 years now, and I have not gone to work for one company. It's not that I'm better than people. I want you to understand it. I've met people that I saw in this country too that have not worked for another person before. They are working for themselves. They are self-employed. They own businesses, and they are doing well. Do you understand? So, not having job is not a yardstick of success, or having job is not a yardstick of success in Canada if you know how to go about it. Do you understand? But you can get employed if you are not just doing what other people too are doing. What are other people just doing? Don't apply away. If you are strategic, you are innovative in how you are looking for job, you can get jobs easily. You understand? If you are patient, if you are connecting, just like I said, you are networking. So people always say, in Canada too, networking. I say yes, so ẹni tó mọ way ló mọ way. If you know the way, you will know the book. You understand? You will know the book. If you do not know the way, you cannot know the book. Okay, I see smiles on everybody's face. You understand? If you don't know the way, you will not know the book. You understand? So what I'm trying to tell you is, some people will not get job, whether I like it or not. Some people will not get job. The job is not easy to find. It's not. I'm not able to quote anything. It's not easy. But the truth is, people are getting it. Me, let me tell you my own truth. When I was coming to Canada, I knew that I did not have the patience to look for a job. I knew. So you have to know yourself. I knew I did not have the patience. I cannot be drafting CV, resume, doing cover letter, all those things. They say align it to the way. Me, I don't have that time. I'm sorry. I don't have that time. I'm not as patient as that. But I was innovative to say, okay, and now they come Canada. Which business can I do? What can I engage in that can make money for me? Because at the end of the day, all of us were maybe now money we dey look for now. It's money we are looking for at the end of the day. If you have money, any which way you have money, you will still make a living. And if you are not just making money, little money, you will not just be living, you will not just be existing, you will truly be living. Let's leave that one. I'm trying to tell you in essence that they are employing people not only from Nigeria, in the US, in UK. It depends on what you are. See, no employer, take it from me, will be willing to employ someone that they can still get in Canada. If, for instance, you don't max your IELTS or your CELP or your PT, you don't have years of experience, you don't have education background that shows that this person have do diploma, did degree. This person doesn't just have caregiver diploma. The person have do BLS, CPR, AED, first aid. You understand? Like Okojo. When you see that you're an asset. Let me give you another instance. Now, there's someone that I'm working with. and this person is in Pakistan. Pakistan. Now, I have seen a lot of Nigerians doing the same thing he's doing, but not at the depth of what he's doing. There's another person I'm even working with too in Nigeria too. That this guy too, I've worked with a lot of Nigerians before. I've seen the difference that some people, the guy that I'm working on in Nigeria, he dropped out from school. He dropped out. But the online courses he has done, the experience he has gathered, you understand, he has helped us immensely in our business that I cannot even count how many things he has done for us. Similarly, the one in Pakistan, that I don't even know if he has certificates. But his experience, what he has done, within the first few weeks, we have worked together. You understand? We have known that this one is an asset. This one, they don't need to tell us. We want this one to stay for years with us. We want to work with this one because he's not just doing it because of the money. You know, there are some people that when we were in Nigeria, in A.O.S Academy at Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria, Tipper Garage specifically, for those that know us that time, I had staff members, 9 staff members. There was one time I had 10 or 11 staff members. But the amount of people that are just there for the money, you understand? There are more than the people that are doing it because they want to impact in the organization. Just like 2 to 3 people, my common law part of them, because when she came into the course, she don't even have certificates now. Degree, she didn't have degree. She was secondary school leaver. But her input in the organization was more than someone that was PhD in view or master's in view. You understand? So if you're just there for the money, okay, just employ me, help me with my immigration. But you are not willing to help people. Oh, forget. They're not going to help you. Okay, I am Abimbola Queen. B is asking, sir, maybe next live, let's talk about business. Good. In fact, these are the people I like. In our next live, true. In fact, I'll talk about business. Though I've done some lives about business. In fact, part of my business mentorship program, you can go on mentorcolor.org or micromentor rather. Micromentor. I'm a business mentor on micromentor.org. And okay, let me see if I can just share you the link of that. So you go see my profile on that platform, and if you like what you see, maybe that is what we'll use to actually talk about. Yes, my profile on micromentor.org is an international forum, international body that actually helps to mentor upcoming entrepreneurs. And that platform is a platform where I talk about how I was able to actually set up a business in Nigeria. So people say, Nigeria you cannot set up business in Nigeria. Is it? You see anything you see. That's why we have come to a level that we don't doubt. We don't try to say we are wrong or another person is right. Anything you say, you are right. Anything you say, you are right. Just like when I was coming to Canada, to some people say, in Canada, you cannot survive without working. No, you must first go and work pong. You must first mama kogbe arugbo. You must first, you understand? You have to first do those things in Canada first. You cannot just, those are what other people too are doing. You understand? And that's why I said, if you do what other people too are doing, you will get the result other people too are getting. You see, it's a simple principle of life. You cannot say, what they call it? You cannot say, how will I say it? You can't fault people when you have limited thinking. That's just the thing. You can't fault people when if you have limited thinking, the thinking you have is what will actually affect you. It's what will affect you. It's the simple principle of life. Simple thing. Okay, so I have seen the link. Let me put it. You see, even the link. Where did I get the link? I got the link on my LinkedIn website. And in fact, even this LinkedIn, that was where this platform actually reached out to me and said they want me to be a mentor member. So I was talking before about how LinkedIn, in fact, that's one of the things we are going to talk about in the next session, just like you asked. LinkedIn Even though I say I don't want jobs, a lot of jobs come to me through LinkedIn, which me I don't get, but I share it with people. If you want jobs and it's a job that I know that this person can actually do, you can share it with them. We share jobs with people through LinkedIn. You understand? If that person is, because us to not want a situation whereby we give someone a job and that person cannot do the job, but he just have sweet mouth. If you just have sweet mouth and you cannot do the job, you can't get the job. Because of course, most jobs too, they will not just give you job, they will interview you. Once they interview you, they will make sure you are the good fit. I remember the Pakistan guy that I got, he had to do some training, yeah, I mean some testing before we can say, okay, this person, oh, of course, this person is a good person that we can actually work with. Nobody just want to waste time on someone that is not going to give dividend to a business. That, because at the end of the day, business, the basic purpose of business is to make money. One, the basic purpose of a business is to make money. So if you cannot make money for a caregiver organization, they can't employ you. It's a very simple thing. If you cannot reduce money or reduce costs, save them money, if you are just wasting money, and you are not reducing costs, you are not an asset in that organization. So you have to think, how can you save people money and make people's money in a business? And in line with that, when you are searching for jobs, don't just search for jobs on the basis of, oh, I can do this, I can do this, I can. Talk about your achievements. That's why sometimes when people are writing Canadian style resume, we just be looking, your resume cannot get you a job because the kind of resume you got is rubbish. You didn't put your achievements, you understand, give number of the people that you are working for. Some people just put caregiver job quickly. You never talked about the age bracket of the people that you have worked with before. Oh, children, yes, I can treat children. You are vague. It is a vague expression. Oh, I take care of toddlers from the ages 9 to I said toddlers not be 9 from the ages 2 to 5. Now you are being specific. But you don't say, I take care of children. Okay, I can take care of adults too. Which kind of adults? Be specific. Oh, I take care of adults from ages 50 to 75, especially those that are battling with Alzheimer's disease, battling with memory loss. You are being specific. But you just say, yes, I can take care of Arugbo, I can take care of adults, take care of children. You will not get the job. Because especially what they write in the job description will always give you a clue of who they are looking for. If you are now not just applying for any, some people will use one CV, one resume to apply for thousands of jobs. You can't get the job. It's not a pay. You understand? It's not a pay. You can't get it. So you have to be strategic. The guy that I was talking about the time we were working together in Pakistan, I remember when he was applying for job, even though his English is not that good. Now look at see how life is. Nigerians that in fact they can able masonle, they can give a book once. In fact, I don't know, maybe I've told you people before. When I'm wanting to employ people, because I've tried to use LinkedIn. In fact, okay, yes, I've used LinkedIn to employ people too now. LinkedIn, the Nigerian guy, I used it to employ him. But this guy, when I wanted to employ him, and I saw that Nigerians able English, they will not give English. Tell us what you can do. Give English. No statistics, no experience, as in no jargons. Saying jargons without hitting the nail on the head will show that this one no, this one just whining himself. He says whining me. You understand? This Pakistan guy did not know too much English, but he's giving me data, giving me stats. This is what he has done before. This is how he can help us achieve it. This is the metric that he will use to. He's saying the language every business wants to hear, that, oh, yes, so if I employ you, that means you can help us generate this money. If I employ you, that means you can help us save this money. Those are the things we want to hear. But you say, just like the way they always put the cover letter when we now interview someone, that, yes, I can help you be visible on social media. I can help you to see everybody too will make you visible. Me, if I'm making myself visible, give a metric. What can you do? How some people in caregiving now, how many old people can you take care of at a time? How many people have you had experiences? How many adults have you had experiences taking care of at a time? Have you taken care of 5 adults at a time? Have you been in charge of taking care of adults that have memory loss and that one that has Alzheimer's disease? And be specific. But you are applying and you are vague. You are applying and they're just looking at you that, oh, they did not even spend 5 seconds on your CV. Na them. You know those resume they always call na them. That means they not even look at them. It's those ones, na them. They'll just remove your CV and say, this one no, this one no. They waste time, they waste ink, they waste data. You understand? Don't waste your data. If you want to apply, apply right. If you don't want to apply, leave it. If you don't want to take time, leave it. Dementia, thank you. A lot of them. Thank you, Amabibola Kwebe. You understand? You have to be specific. Let them see you as someone that they are looking for, not someone that, oh, this one, money they look for. This one, immigration they look for. You understand? So, who are the organizations that are eligible to hire home care workers for the immigration pilot program? 1, home health care service providers. 2, home care support service providers. 3, direct care agencies. 4, personal care services in residential settings. 5, pediatric home health care service providers. Now, the next, it is important to note that recruitment and placement agencies do not apply do not qualify under this program. So you cannot use recruitment agencies. You can use recruitment agencies or placement agencies, but they won't be the one that will give you the job offer. They would rather get it from service providers, healthcare service providers. Additionally, they have told us that I think I've talked about this under the previous live session, that a labor market impact assessment, NMIA, is not required for job offers under the home care worker immigration pilots. Just like I do always say, this is the benefit that this pilot program has, unlike the previous programs that required you to get an LMIA. Because LMIA, an employer would have to pay 1,000 Canadian dollars, you understand, to ESDC, the Employment, Social and Cultural Agency Development, what they even call their name. They will have to pay, you understand. But now that they have removed that criteria of LMIA, more employers are now willing. So people are saying, people are not giving job. I'm just applying. You are not applying the way you are meant to apply. That's why you're not getting the job. Because they have reduced one restriction for employers to actually have a red eye. We are 1,000. Is this employee going to be useful? They have removed that criteria. So the question is, are you now showing that irrespective of them not paying that 1,000, you will still be an asset to the company and not a deficit? So furthermore, they have told us that more eligibility details will be provided when the program becomes operational, you understand, on March 31st, 2025. So with that, we come to the end, because we have gone past. If you want to read more on what they call it now, on the newsletter, you can go on our LinkedIn newsletter, Relocation 360. You can go on LinkedIn to actually check it yourself, watch it yourself, and read it yourself, and you will get more details about that. So thank you very, very much. I see a lot of likes. I really appreciate all those that are liking the content on TikTok, on Instagram. If you want more, I want to do more, you understand, and want us to also assist you in your journey to Canada, whether be through the pilot, which yes, a lot of people are looking at now. But again, I do tell people, just like I said when we were talking, I cannot be looking for it. I don't have that patience. I didn't have that patience for myself. I didn't have that patience because it was not making me money. And me, I'm a business person. Anything that is not making me money is not making sense. I'm sorry, but that is me. So what I did was I did the permanent programs, express entry, provincial nominee programs, Quebec skilled worker program, and 2 programs selected me: Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program under PMP and Quebec's regular skilled worker program under QSWP. So if you want to also get selected, if you want us to work together with you along with our immigration partners, our lawyer, we can actually reach out and be of help. You can actually reach out and we can be of help to you. Just go on our profile, go on the website link there, click on the website link, go to our website. You understand? Learn about the PR process first, because we always like people to get educated. Know what the programs are about. Know what you can actually get, so that you not just, it's free. Some people say our webinar, they don't always want to watch it. It's too long. 40 minutes is long. 1 hour is long. 2 hours, no problem. If you now go through, because it's one of the criteria we use to work with people. If you not watch our webinar, we're not working with you. It's a very simple thing. Because we don't want a situation at the end of the day, people now say, you did not tell me this one before. We don't like all those things. Be informed first. Know what you are getting into first. You understand? So people always ask me, am I an immigration consultant? I say no, I'm not an immigration consultant. Am I an immigration lawyer? I say no, I'm not an immigration lawyer. So you have to be informed. Know who I am. Know who we are working with. Know how we are going to help you. So that if you not like it, you join. If you don't like it, at least you know that this person, you have said it before you even pay money. So that I not look as if you collect money and say, you understand? So please be informed. If you want, go on our profile, click on our profile, go on our website, search and know what we are all about at A.O.S abroad. And then we can now see how we can work with you. We are fully registered in Canada, and we're even registered in Nigeria too. You understand? So, and of course, that webinar talks about it. It even shows you our registration number, our business registration, all those things you can verify online. You understand? So, be informed, basically. By God's grace, God will help you to achieve anything you are working towards. So thank you very much, everyone. Really do appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. Thank you for your time. We have spent more than an hour, and I hope you got value from all what we have said. And just like I said, I am Abimbola Queen. She has said that we should talk about business later on, especially business in Canada. Yeah, that reminds me. For those that I'm a published author on Amazon. I have a couple of books on Amazon, just about 10 of them, 12 of them. It's not that much. And that's one of the ways we are using to make our own money legally. So, and one of my best-selling books on Amazon is Funding Your Move Abroad. One of the things people always complain about is that I don't have money, I know kini, I know do this. The way me too, I was able to make money to come to Canada and not having to stress myself and going to collect loan or doing all these things, that selling property and all those things. Even though yes, it's part of the ways you can source for funds, but if you want wiser ways to actually source for funds, you understand, you can also go on Amazon or just even type it on Google. It's already on Google. Just type it on Google, Funding Your Move Abroad. If you type it on Google, Funding Your Move Abroad, you'll be able to see my book. You understand, it's best selling on Amazon, and you can use it to learn how to actually make money for yourself, how to use the money you make to actually come into Canada, and how to even set up various multiple streams of income when you finally land in Canada or any country, because it's not even particular to Canada alone. Any country. For me, for instance, I make money in US, I make money in Canada, I make money in other places. So you can use the knowledge you get, you understand, to actually use to earn more money elsewhere, do things that will benefit you later on. And you understand, by God's grace, I know it will actually work for you. So thank you very much, everyone. Really do appreciate. Thank you, and do have a lovely day ahead. Au revoir. Say bye bye. Au revoir, everyone. Au revoir in French.